Hey guys, it's Brian from SME, and today I'm here at ThoughtSpot Beyond, but I'm actually here with Kira Wetzel, who is the founder of Girls Plus Data. And I've been actually reaching out to Kira for a while because I wanted to get a chance to talk to you, really because I just wanted more people to be able to hear what the amazing things you guys are doing. So I guess my first question would just be, can you kind of tell us what you guys do?
Sure. So what we're doing is we are teaching middle school girls, approximately grades 5 through 9, about data analytics, careers in data science, and we're doing that through hands-on workshops. So we're teaching them about real-world applications of data, things that they may not know. Like an example would be, why would a hospital care if a patient has visited them twice in a 30-day period? And then conversely, why would an insurance company ask that exact same question? A lot of times kids don't understand that data is driving these decisions. And when they think about data, they think about what they're being taught in school, which is math or numbers or something really boring. So we're teaching them about these applications, and then we're giving them a data set and walking them through activities that ultimately culminate in this dashboard that they then present to their peers at the end of the program.
That's amazing. I think it's really cool what you're doing. And I kind of was looking over as you were saying that, thinking about your card here, because I want to hold this up, and whether you guys can see it or not. These numbers over here, though, so I'll just say you guys have had 428 as of when you printed this card. 428 middle girls, 77% said they'd attend again, and 83% said they report increased interest in data careers, which I like. How are you pulling off those numbers? I mean, what's the secret to the sauce as far as you see it? Is it just a matter of getting it in front of the girls and they take it from there, or is it the curriculum? I mean, how do you see what's working for you working?
So I think part of it's the curriculum. One of the ways that we spin this is actually not that it's a computer science or a technology career, but what we're doing is we're teaching them that this is really the intersection of art and math and creativity and English and social sciences and asking questions. And that's kind of how we hook them. I think there's a lot of buzz around computer science and robotics, and that's really great. But what about the kids that aren't interested in those subjects necessarily? And so when kids get the dashboarding tool, they're building these charts, they're asking the data the questions, and then they're reassessing what they're showing in their visualization. They're able to then customize that, and I think it sparks a different interest in them, one that feels more creative than writing a piece of code.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Now, I know you've had this, essentially it's existed for 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's obviously grown a little bit since that time. So what do you see as the sort of future of Girls Plus Data? I've heard you talk about it a little bit, but can you kind of reiterate that for the people watching? What's the plan if somebody says, we live in Tampa. So if I'm in Tampa, and I say, Kara, we would love to do this Girls Plus Data. How is that evolving? How do you see that growing into other areas that maybe you're not in right now?
Sure. So one of the ways that we are actually evolving is we are launching a chapter program in early 2020.
Yeah.
So we spent about the last 2 years looking for a successful business model, and I think, speaking to the numbers that you brought up earlier, we found the ability to do that. We found who is sponsoring us, what that model looks like from a financial commitment and really an execution model that works for us. We also have an awesome team of volunteers. So quick note that everyone at Girls Plus Data is a volunteer. Nobody takes a salary. We're all just really passionate about what we're doing. And so all these people are going to be basically operationally supporting chapters, hopefully eventually across the world, but right now nationally, so that we can continue to scale and provide programs more often to more girls.
That's awesome. And so obviously that's the physical side of it, right? But so if somebody says, well, I don't necessarily have a chapter, but I would like to support Girls Plus Data, obviously you can do it with your time. Maybe they have a certain expertise that they could do for free, pro bono, right? But what about financially? If somebody says, I actually would be easiest for my companies to write a check, how can they do that? Is it a matter of just going to your website, or what's the best route for them to do that?
Sure. So there's a donate button on our website that people can make a donation of any amount that they want. Also, there are sponsorship tiers that we use. So if somebody approaches us, for example, ThoughtSpot, which they have, and says we're really interested in sponsoring this program, we'll present them with sponsorship tiers, and they can find one that fits what their budget looks like.
Yeah.
There's other ways to sponsor as well. So because we're a nonprofit 501c3, we rely heavily on the generosity financially, as well this from like a physical resources.
Sure, yeah.
So companies that may have a learning lab or a computer lab of some sort.
Space. Something, yeah.
Yes, that we could run the programs. And another thing that is could be very helpful to us is if a company is getting ready to turn over their technology, a lot of times they'll have old laptops that they are willing to donate. So we could be the recipient of that kind of resource too.
Yeah, so I think that's really the key, right? There's if somebody's thinking, oh, I don't have the money, that's okay. Maybe your time or your resources, in those ways could be really helpful. But a lot of times people are saying, I don't necessarily have the time to give to it, but I would love to cut a check, right? Just be able to donate money. So either way is actually really helpful for you guys since it's all volunteers running it, and you obviously have a plan to expand with chapter programs and stuff like that. So anything else you want to let people know? Anything you have coming up in the near future, or any camps that are coming up that we want to let people know about? Or
Sure. So we actually have a camp coming up in Washington, D.C. in the Alexandria area. You can check out our roadmap at www.girlsplusdata.org. And then our final event for the year is going to be in New York City. One way to help us is to like and share our content. If you know people in that area that would be willing to share through their networks, please reach out to us. We're happy to provide posters and social media content so that could be shared more easily.
Basically, we got to get the word out to the girls, right?
Yes.
Or the parents, I guess, to get the middle schoolers. And I guess the last point, just because you made it to me, you really don't turn people away. I know that the curriculum is for middle school, but like we were talking about before off camera, was that you're not really saying that my daughter's 9, she could come. You just want her to know, hey, the curriculum is based off of that middle school, but she could get a lot out of it too.
Definitely.
So it's not necessarily just those years. That's just where your curriculum is based.
Right. We've had a wide range of age groups. Sometimes when they're younger, and we invite parents to come by whenever they want to, but sometimes when they're younger, they'll be really successful on their own, or if a parent wants to stay and hang out with them and do the program with them, we've had that too.
I'm sure they're learning along with them. Yeah.
Sometimes they're doing their own projects.
They're changing their careers too. Yeah.
Yep.
They're thinking about that career change. Well, awesome. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I really appreciate you jumping on camera with us, and I know we're doing great things. I've seen a lot of people come by your booth here, or your station here at ThoughtSpot Beyond. And the website one more time is
www.girlsplusdata.org.
There you go, guys. Awesome, Karen. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Brian.
Appreciate it.